Alright, so I picked up the intake manifold this morning from the engine rebuilder. They cleaned it. It looks a lot better, but you can see it's been out in the weather. It's gotten a lot of moisture on it, so I'm going to... See, this is where I cleaned it with the wire brush. And you can see it was cleaner than what they did. So what I'm going to try is some oven cleaner, see if that works. If it doesn't, I will see if I can clean it up a little bit more with another wire brush. And if that doesn't work, I've got one of those handheld kind of sandblasting, media blaster kind of devices. We'll probably hit it with that. I just want to clean it up because this still looks like crap. I figure if I'm going to put it back in, I might as well get it as clean as possible. If I really thought about it and I was really gonna keep the Jeep for a long period, I'd probably have it polished out. That way it just is easier to clean. But let's try the oven cleaner, see if we can get some more of this crap off of it, and then we'll come back and see what happens. Alright, so I sprayed some on this side here. I'm gonna let that kind of sit, and then I'm gonna hit it with a brush. It says about 15 minutes, let it sit to do its job. So, but I'm also going to hit it with the brush just to see what kind of, if any of this stuff comes up. I mean, you can see it flakes off pretty easy. So it does clean up pretty good once you get it off. So we'll see if this helps at all. If not, we'll maybe I've got a couple of those wire brushes for the drill motor. Maybe I'll get in there with that and knock some of that off. But let's see if we can have chemicals work for us instead of working harder. Let's try to work smarter. Okay, so a little bit of this oven cleaner, a little bit of the brush, and I got it to that clean compared to what it looks like before cleaning. Still got some more work to do here, but this is so much better already. Just cleaning that up. So we're gonna do this in little stages, get it cleaned up, and then we'll go in here and get as much of this crusty shit off there. I might still come back around with the drill bit or the drill brush, just because it might be faster, but this little bristle brush, you just kind of work it back and forth in circles and whatnot, and it seems to come up pretty good. But yeah, this looks so much better, night and day almost. So we'll finish cleaning this side up. We'll get all the crud and crap out of this as we can. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but at least I prefer it looking like this than like this. So this is the bottom. So I wanted to make sure before I did the top that I wasn't going to have any major issues, but now that I see how it's coming out clean, I'll go ahead and finish the bottom, and then I'll work on the top, and I'll spend more time working on the top because that's the part you're going to see all the time. But at least now this is clean. I will probably figure out what bolts these are. It looks like there's some corrosion down inside there. We'll probably need to put the thread chaser in there and clean that all up. But yeah, so much better. All right. Okay, so sprayed it down. I'm gonna let it soak again, and then we'll go back out here and do it again. While I'm waiting for this, I'm gonna go work on the dash panel. Well, it might not show up, but the clouds and the wind has picked up, and it is definitely going to try to see if you can see the tree moving there a little bit. But the wind definitely has picked up a bit. Clouds are come in, and it is definitely looking like rain. But so I have tried the oven cleaner, which did seem to do pretty good. The brush, I've got some of this engine degreaser cleaner and some water, and it didn't really. This is just the straight up oven cleaner. Now, one thing, this manifold apparently had been set outside for a long time. It's got a lot of shell, however you pronounce that. It's really rough. This side, you can see how shiny it is on that side. And that is all because of the drill and the brush. It's really smooth. A lot of the dirt is gone. So I'm going to pick up another couple of those brush heads when I head over to Harbor Freight tomorrow. I need to hit the hardware store and pick up a couple of bolts for the Jeep. But this is about, I don't know, I'd say about 15-20 minutes worth of work. It's finally got it really nice and smooth. There's some places in here, like in here, where it's really tight. It's kind of hard to get in there. I'm going to see if they've got some different brushes that I can use to get in there. If not, we'll just use the regular brush and just clean it the best we can and call it a day. But yeah, I even have one of these Scotch-Brite pads from the Body Shop for like cleaning around these guys. It did really help kind of clean that up a little bit compared to that one. So that works pretty good. But yeah, so looks a lot better. Like I said, this is the bottom. I'm not really super concerned about what it looks like, but I did want it clean. The sides and the top are really where I want to focus. So yeah, so we'll get this cleaned up, and that way it'll be ready. I did order a larger throttle body. I looked around I bought a new one, so replacement was anywhere between about $130 to $170 depending on where I bought it. So I just ended up buying a new one off of Alibaba Express. It was $60 shipped, so you know, it is what it is. As long as the throttle body works, we're going to replace the sensors and whatnot from the 2.5 into that one anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so definitely huge difference, especially in here where it's nice and tight and I could get a good angle on both sides. But yeah, you can definitely tell the difference. I started doing it here, but you can hear the difference. Listen. I don't know if you can hear that, but I definitely can. So yeah, definitely much better. So get on back on this. Something I just noticed. So as you're doing this, the bristles on those little brushes want to go in the direction of the spin. So I found that if I reverse the direction, if it starts to not be cleaning as well as it was, if I reverse the direction, it will clean really aggressively, because now the bristles are going to go in the other direction. So yeah, you can see just a few minutes of having it spinning in a different direction. It's really good. Not as good here. I tried to clean that area up, not so much. So I'm going to knock out the bottom, get onto the top, and do the sides last probably, because they're the most complicated, and I'll have to figure out a way to hold it while I'm doing that so I can get up inside of there. But inside is still pretty grungy. I'm gonna probably put let's see if I can get some light in there. Let's see, here we go. Yeah, well, not too bad at this end, but down in here, so maybe I can get a longer brush with some bristles and get in there and clean up anything. We'll have to see. All right. Yeah, that's coming. That is way nicer, and that went really fast. So it seems like you should every few minutes switch the direction so that the bristles, see, if you look now, they're almost standing straight back up. So that's good. All right, back to it. All right, so I had gone to Harbor Freight. I picked up a couple packs of these. This particular pack was on sale for like $2.99. It was like normally $5.99. This brush alone was $3.99, so I just picked up 2 complete packs. This gives me some brushes to get into these tighter spots. I also picked up these, and this works really well, especially since I don't have a way to hold it, but I can get inside there. See if you can see where I started. Oh, right there. So you can see it works pretty good. It gets almost as good as the brush, not quite as good as the drill, but at least I can clean it up some, and then I can go back over with the drill once I can get into some clamps. Like maybe I can clamp it down to something so I can get inside here and get on the outside. But the bottom looks pretty good. I just have these tight areas to still clean up, which these will come in handy, but if I knock all the big stuff down first, it should make life a little easier. So far, like I said, it took me about 15 minutes to go from the line to here to get that pretty clean. I started on this side. What I should do is go ahead and spray it with the oven cleaner and get any remaining dirt out of there. But when it's really rough like this, you might want to wear a mask, because a lot of this aluminum dust comes up and you can get that in your lungs. Not too good for you. But yeah, this is working pretty good. It's going to come out pretty nice, I think. At least it'll be clean when I put it in. So I'll continue working on it. So far I've been working on it about 30 minutes at a time, and then taking a break, and then coming back out. It's a little rough because you got to hold the drill, because if that bites into it, it wants to shoot off. So all right, let's get back at it. Okay, so yeah, you can see it has come a long way. I still got these little crevices to get into. I switched over to this one, and I've been able to get deep inside of here. I might try one of the smaller ones, or one of the really small ones, wherever it is, to see if I can get anything tighter. So really all I have left, I started doing the outside here. I kind of need a way to hold it. So I've just been holding it in my hand. So I need to do the inside. I need to do this side. And a little bit more cleanup. I think I'm not going to worry too much about these little crevices. I'll get in there with the wire brush, the little black one I had, wherever I threw it. I'll get in there a little bit more with this, and maybe the Scotch-Brite pad, just to clean it all up. I still need to clean up the channels to make sure they're nice and clean before I start putting things together. I won't be using any of these brushes. I'll probably use I have a brass brush, or I might just use the Scotch-Brite pad and get in there and clean it. But it's so much better. Yeah, once I switch over to this actually goes much quicker than the other one, but it's also a lot harder to control. But yeah, it looks a million times better than it did when I first got it. If it wasn't for the outside, I would say it was done. But yeah, I'm gonna finish cleaning up the outside and the inside, and what I'll probably do, I was thinking I would just bolt it to a piece of steel I have here, and then secure it to something so I can do those other sides, but we'll see. But yeah, I mean, it's coming along good. So probably the next time I hit it, I'm gonna take a break. I've been working on it for about an hour today. Get back on it tomorrow for a little bit, and I should be able to. But tomorrow is my wife's birthday, so we're gonna go out to lunch with her friend, and we'll see. Alright, so I've been at this for about 2 days. I've got the insides, I've got the outsides. I've got some of these areas in here that are kind of difficult to reach. I've hit them with the brush, but for the most part, I'm going to call this done. I got all the surfaces cleaned, so we are good to go. So that is the TJ intake manifold. All the numbers came out nice and clean. I think it even stated, where did I see that? I thought it said somewhere on here that maybe it was on the throttle body. Maybe that's where I saw it said it was for a 2.5, but at least there's the numbers. You can read them nice and clean now. So, all right, so that's going to be set aside until my parts come in. I still have to clean out the journals, but I'll do that before I get ready to install the new injectors. Thanks for watching.